Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE Raw review from last night. And I gotta say, while I thought the show was okay, it didn't really hype me up all that much to want to see Survivor Series this Sunday. Um, this Raw versus SmackDown thing, I don't really think worked for me just because of the fact that, like I said before, nothing's on the. Actually, I don't think I've said it on camera yet. Nothing's on the line for this Sunday. Like, literally, nothing's on the line. Like, I don't know. They should put something on the like maybe a draft pick, main event spot at WrestleMania, something like that, um, or something. Because it just kind of feels like that they're just doing this for brand supremacy, and it means nothing to me. So they got to put something on the line, make people care about Survivor Series because this week's Raw just kind of feels like they just get into Survivor Series and they just want to start their own angles on Raw. So yeah. And I actually, if this was not like the go home edition of Survivor Series, I would have said this was a good show, but because it did nothing to hype me up for Survivor Series, um, and yeah, because it did nothing to hype me up for Survivor Series, it affects the grade of the show. So let's get right into this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. It opened up with a tag team battle royal where the winner would be the team captains for uh, the 10 on 10 tag team Survivor Series match, which, you know, that stipulation means nothing because everybody's still on the team. You don't need captains, but I guess apparently they feel like they need captains. Um, and Immediately Braun Strowman comes out and just lays waste to everybody. So that just pretty much buries the entire Raw tag team division. But I still like watching this because I like watching Braun. And I have read the reports that Braun Strowman is working with an injury. And you can definitely see that he's definitely working hurt because he was limping throughout this attack. And he didn't have a match on Raw or anything like that. Um, but yeah, he destroys everybody, and he calls out Baron Corbin because he doesn't want to have to find him. He wants Baron Corbin to come to him. And Stephanie McMahon comes out, and she was obviously supposed to address what happened with the Best in the World tournament, but obviously she didn't really do that. So yeah, so she wants Braun Strowman to work together with Baron Corbin for Raw. I don't know why she feels like Raw needs to win, but whatever. Um, Apparently, Raw is best in SmackDown for the past 2 years at Survivor Series. So if SmackDown beat them 1 year, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. But whatever. Um, so Braun Strowman doesn't really care. I didn't really like the fact that like Stephanie McMahon was standing up to Braun Strowman like she wasn't afraid of him. That wasn't believable to me at all. But Stephanie McMahon offers Braun Strowman anything that he wants if he chooses to fight for Raw. And Braun Strowman wants um, a match with Baron Corbin and another WWE Universal Championship match, and he wants to pick the stipulations. And she agrees. Um, and then Ronda Rousey comes out and said that she doesn't need any motivation um, to fight for Team Raw on Sunday, and she talks crap about Becky Lynch. And then she's going to put her hands on Stephanie McMahon. Baron Corbin comes out and she judo throws Baron Corbin, and then that was the segment. But no, then he has a face off with Baron Corbin. And then, no, not Baron Corbin. Braun Strowman. And then that was the segment. Um, Good opening segment, though. I did like that it gave Braun Strowman a reason to work together with everybody, so I liked that aspect of it. But I thought it was good. I liked Ronda Rousey here. I got to see Baron Corbin get his ass kicked, so I liked it. Then you had a bad match between Tamina Snuka and Ember Moon. That's really not worth talking about, so we're not going to talk about it that much. Tamina Snuka wins, and that's that. Um, then Nia Jax beats up Ember Moon some more because she's got to turn heel like 300 times a year. Um, and then Corey Graves interviews Seth Rollins, and he asks him about his match with Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series, and pretty much Seth Rollins says everything that I've been saying all along about Survivor Series is that he doesn't care about Survivor Series. So there's that. Um, and he wants to know why Dean Ambrose attacked him, but he knows that Dean Ambrose isn't man enough to give him a reason. And then Dean Ambrose comes up on the screen, and he's outside on somebody's car that's probably not even his car, and he has a fire outside. and he says that people think I'm being a coward by not giving you a reason, but I don't have to give a reason. He talks about all the homeless, dirty people that have been asking him why he attacked Seth Rollins, and he said that he doesn't really feel like he owes anybody an answer, but he gives them an answer anyways. He said that when he was in the Shield, he felt like he was being held back. He felt the Shield was making him weak. So he burns down his Shield vest, representing that he's Seth Rollins' theme music and that he's burnt down the Shield. And I liked this promo segment. I thought it was done really well, and I'm loving this Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins feud. I hear they want to do a match at TLC. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they wait till WrestleMania to give us this match. I mean, I guess if they did a match at TLC and then they did the Rumble match and then they obviously did whatever they're going to do in the February pay-per-view and then they did the match at Mania, I guess I'd be fine with it. But I really think it's worth the wait for WrestleMania. Have Rollins face somebody else for the Intercontinental title at TLC and have Ambrose screw him over and then have, either Rollins win the Universal title from Brock at Royal Rumble or have them both be in the Rumble match and then either make the match at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship or if you want to have Rollins go in as IC champion, make it for the Intercontinental Championship. I think that'd be awesome. Or you could, well, I guess you couldn't really do that then because Braun would be in the Universal title match. You could have Braun win the Universal title, Rollins win the Rumble, Ambrose win the Universal Championship, and then Ambrose versus Rollins for the title at WrestleMania. And obviously you could have Ambrose either retain the championship or Rollins win it. See, the thing that's tough with that, though, is I think it works better if Rollins goes in as champion because giving Ambrose just a 1 month Universal title win's not benefiting anybody. So there's that. And then Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler cut a promo. Well, actually, Kurt Angle's theme music goes off, and we think he's coming out, but he doesn't come out. Instead, it's Ziggler and McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre pretty much talks about how he's taking out Kurt Angle, and he's going to make Monday Night Raw his show. And Finn Balor comes out and interrupts him and thought that was too much what Drew McIntyre did to Kurt Angle last week. And Drew McIntyre said that he's just upset that he took out Finn Balor last week, and he feels like that Finn Balor's not on his level. So he's going to have a match with Dolph, who should be the best in the world. And if you beat Dolph, maybe you can beat me. And Dolph gave him a weird look because he mentioned that he's not on the same level as Drew, so maybe that's setting up the breakup that's going to happen. Because obviously if Drew's going to go on the main event scene, he really wouldn't need Dolph anymore, so yeah. And Finn and Dolph had a match. They had a really good match. I thought so. And Finn beats him with a roll-up. And then afterwards, he gets added to the Survivor Series men's 5-on-5 match. And Stephanie McMahon tells everybody to pull it together. So that was that. I liked this stuff. I didn't do anything to hype me for the Survivor Series, but I still liked it. And then Ronda Rousey gets interviewed talking more shit to Becky Lynch. The Riot Squad cut a promo, and this was very uncomfortable. She acts like she's very remorseful about what she did with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and she mentions all the great moments about him, and she said that she loved every second of it, and it was just very uncomfortable. And then Natalya comes out for an attack, and the Riot Squad beat her down and lay out Natalya. It was very uncomfortable promo segment, and I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. And then we had the Raw Tag Team Battle Royal. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable won. What was funny was that the Lucha House Party, all three members were in this match, which really didn't make any sense. But whatever. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are the team captains. And I care even less about this match because it's on the kickoff, and that's where it belongs. Brock Lesnar does his promo, and Paul Heyman puts over Brock Lesnar, talks about how he's going to give AJ Styles a beating. Jinder Mahal comes out and says that Brock shouldn't take AJ Styles lightly because he was supposed to face Brock last year at Survivor Series, but he wasn't focused on AJ and lost the title to him. So he offers to give Brock Lesnar some breathing exercises, but Brock just beats the crap out of him. And the Sin Brothers, I think, are dead because they got dropped right on their heads with those German suplexes. And then he lays out Jinder Mahal with an F5 on the floor, and that definitely shows. I mean, I've been saying this for a while, but Jinder Mahal's push is definitely done because they wouldn't just send anybody out there to take this beating. So, yeah. And then we have Bobby Lashley with Leo Rush versus Elias. Bobby Lashley does his poses again, and Elias came out and did a funny skit where he told protective services, claiming that Lashley kidnapped Elias, which I thought was not Elias, Leo Rush, which I thought was funny. But then we had the match. Leo Rush causes Elias to get counted out, so Lashley's now on the 5-on-5 Raw Team Survivor Series match. So now on Team Raw, it's going to be Captain Baron Corbin, who's just going to be the manager, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley. And then afterwards, Elias beats up Leo Rush. I thought this kind of fell flat, and I didn't care for that. Then Alexa Bliss reveals the members of Team Raw. It's going to be herself as the manager and as the manager, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina Snuka, and Natalya, who wasn't there because Alexa said she just sent her home after the Wyatt Squad attacked. And she said that the next person will have to put their friendship aside, and the winner of this match would be on the team. It's Sasha Banks and Bayley. And I didn't really care about this match because I don't care about Sasha Banks or Bayley at this point. And the match ended up being pointless because everybody just attacked them and caused like a DQ, and it was a no contest. So why even have the match? And just for them all along, just announced that Ruby Wyatt's in the match. That was just really stupid. And then SmackDown invaded Raw again. Becky Lynch had Ronda Rousey in the disarmer, and all like the SmackDown women come out and beat the crap out of the Raw woman. Ronda Rousey came out and tried to do the best she could to try to fight them off, but Becky Lynch hit her with a chair, and Becky Lynch at some point got busted open during this segment. I don't know what happened, but that just happened. And afterwards, SmackDown woman stand tall, and then Stephanie McMahon and Baron Corbin argue about this because they're not happy. So I'm assuming tonight on SmackDown they're going to do some sort of attack where Raw is going to invade SmackDown. I didn't really think the invasion looked that impressive. I've seen better invasions when I remember the invasion last year when SmackDown invaded Raw was a lot better. So yeah, so that was that. Overall, Raw was an all-right show. This would have been a fine Raw any other time of the year, but since it failed to hype me for Survivor Series, it was not an effective go-home show, so I'm going to give Raw a C+. I thought it was a pretty decent show. I liked the Ambrose promo. I liked Balor versus McIntyre. And I liked Braun Strowman just tearing house. Ronda Rousey was good in the show. And I did like the SmackDown invasion and Elias and Bobby Lashley's promo segment and Brock Lesnar on this show. But you had some crap like the Wyatt Squad and the Tag Team Battle Royals and Bayley versus Sasha Banks, which was a pointless main event. And then the Nia Jax Tamina stuff. It was just all really pointless. So that was that. So I'll give Raw a C+, just being generous, but also not being generous. So that's pretty much my review of Raw. Please make sure you guys leave your thoughts on what you thought of Raw in the comment section below. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell. So that way, every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'll also do the same thing for CM Brothers and all the Talkinator. And that's pretty much it, guys.